Friendship supreme. Friendship supreme. Finding the geek within.
Hey everybody, my name's Michael.
My name's Steve.
Welcome to a magical episode of Friendship.
Supreme.
We're the podcast that dares to ask, have we found the best Christmas movie that 2023 has to offer?
2023 is a shit year. I can't wait till I get to the end of a year where I don't say that.
This month we'll be doing all kinds of reviews on different Christmas movies that Michael has picked out that came out this year. And what movie are we talking about today, Cleve?
Today we'll be talking about the free movie.
I don't like the name Freebie.
Xmas. I don't either. You can watch it on Amazon Prime.
EXMAS. Xmas.
It's got Leighton Meester and Robbie Amell. And they're exes. And they're having Christmas.
They are exes. And he works at a big old video game company as he's a nerd with technology.
Of course he does. Oh, as soon as he did it, I was like, God.
And he works too hard.
He doesn't appreciate things going on around him.
Have we already said that this is a common theme? Because if not, this is a common theme in all Christmas movies.
I didn't mention it last time, but here's how I feel. Depending on how much I make, probably depends on how much I have to work. Not for all people, because there's plenty of people that get paid to do it. But
no, fair enough.
Like,
there has to be a correlation.
If I'm working at McDonald's, then you're right. I should be spending more time. But like, if I'm like the head of something,
look, if my hour's worth a couple $100, like, you need that money. We're living in LA right now. Like, calm down.
But also, I think, setting boundaries. This man, my boss called me multiple times Christmas week. This is something you should have set up for it. Don't
turn the phone off.
Yeah.
I guess you can't get a hold of me, Mr. Whatever. I can't remember his name now. Don't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So anyway, we start this movie off with them being separated, and he's at work.
Already happened.
Yeah, it's already happened. We find out quickly that she left him, just walked out the door. And he didn't give a huge lot of explanation as to why. There was like nothing. It was just she was gone.
Zero closure.
Which kind of fucked up. It's kind of the theme the entire time I was watching this movie was I kind of see where he's coming from most of the time. Out the gate.
Do you remember how long they had been separated?
Not long. Like 4 months.
Oh, okay.
6 months. I think it was 6 months.
Okay.
One of the things that really got me was he's sitting at home and he just told his mom, like, hey, I'm not going to be able to come to Minnesota for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I got a deadline I got to work on. And then he hangs up and he's sitting on the couch and all these fucking sad commercials come on. And it's like, I'm talking about being lonely at home and shit. I don't know if you caught the name of the medicine for the depression.
Mm-mm.
It was, hold on, I wrote it down. It was called Allie Left-A-Me. His wife, or his ex's name was Allie, and it's literally Allie Left-A-Me. And if you see this, that's like, what a solid, like, random little thing to drop in there that really just set the tone for me. And I was like, all right, I'm on board.
It also did not take a lot to talk him into coming to Christmas.
No.
He should have just came. You would have just came. You'd have been fine. But instead, you hung up. 3 things happened to you, and you were like, okay, I gotta go.
Yep. Didn't call, and then didn't talk to his parents about how he was actually going to come. And then just showed up in Minnesota. And wouldn't you know it, Cleve? His family invited his ex-fiance, who was going to be alone for Christmas.
What? So let's set a tone real quick.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
No. Once we're done.
Yep.
unless we have a child,
Yep.
and you
Dead.
wronged me,
Dead.
there's no loyalty in
Dead.
this family.
Yo,
Mom,
I
brother, sister, dad, no loyalty.
5 different times I wrote down in my notes, this family is the fucking worst.
And they gaslight the fuck out of them about
It's
it.
horrible.
Stop making a big deal about this. Oh yeah? I got you.
She straight up left, didn't say shit, didn't contact him, and was just gone out of his life. And then they're like, well, you know, like, I happened to like one of her social media posts, and then we started DMing each other, and honestly, we just talk every day now. Want to point out, by the way, that's the sister that said that to him. The sister that had her ex, or had her significant other, leave her, and she was too embarrassed to tell anybody, and was sad and wanted him to show sympathy to her. But like we were totally good with like, but I took your ex's side. I was enraged with how much this family, but like, well, she's a part of our family. You can't just take her away. No, I am your family.
That's what the divorce is.
I
It's literally
am your family, you fucking pieces of shit. Yeah, the lack of support that he had from his family was nuts.
no one tried to be understanding about
Nope.
it. No one wasn't like, oh shit, my bad. Like, in fact, he doesn't get an apology about it until they sleep together again.
Yeah.
Is when someone finally goes, you know what? I'm really sorry about that. The sister like immediately was like, well, what do you want to do about it? So
Yeah.
how do you feel?
She's sleeping in his room. She's getting all of it. Yeah.
I hate all of the music in this
Fair enough.
because it's like we and I get it, it's freebie, right?
Uh-huh.
It's like we didn't want to pay for music.
Yeah. 100%.
And so we just downloaded a bunch of free Christmas Eve type of music.
Mhm.
It's like
Sure was. Did you notice?
Jingle bell, jingle bell. I'm like, it's so loud. I hate it so much.
Speaking of how much you hated the music, did you notice that they were playing real jovial music when she's having a flashback in her mind about them separating?
Yes.
Because they were too cheap to play 2 different songs. They just played the one song to then later on she has happy memories. But like it starts out with a fucking terrible memory, and it's just this like jaunty little jingle, like "Yay Christmas!"
So that's the whole deal. Is that they're there, and the Robbie, the son, decides, oh, I'm gonna make them hate her, and then I get my family back, which is how you really want to feel on Christmas. But so they basically are just trying to one up each other the entire time they're there, but also like super getting along at the same time.
Them playing werewolf and her getting overly competitive was solid.
Yeah, that was a good scene. I don't like anyone.
Fair.
The parents. First of all, if I can get past the whole everyone's taking my exercise and not supporting me, if I can get past that real quick,
it's pretty tough. But yeah,
the parents, the mom with the like hip talk was exhausting. The dad with his like, I don't know. I guess the dad was fine. He didn't do something super irritating to me. The brother was like just an added
most unnecessary.
Nothing.
Like, yeah, I don't understand the purpose in him.
Added nothing to the story.
He was just a body.
And the sister was trying to be like that awkward funny, and they kept trying to like give her lines where like she would talk and like someone would ignore, and she's like, "Oh, okay, cool. Yep, I'm just gonna go." And it didn't work.
No, this movie definitely could have been just the 2 parents and then the exes, and it would have been the same movie.
Yeah. Because what do? They go to the dad's car shop. They go to the bar. They go. all they did for them was just to show like, oh look, Allie's so great to me.
Right.
Like, cool. Well, she left me.
Right. It was just more
She
people to
kicked,
be against the main character. Yeah.
she kicked me out of the house that she said was our house.
Yeah.
And burned me. Maybe I'm going through things, but I just don't feel like that was cool. Maybe I have my own internal stuff going on, and that's on me. But like, it just didn't feel right.
She immediately tried to, I fuck the salesman like almost immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck that guy. Fuck Brady.
We were
Brady's
introduced
a bitch.
to his dad's number one car salesman, and the ex-girlfriend was immediately trying to jump down his pants. The weird secondary love interests were so shoehorned into it. It was jarring. Like, it was just such an odd.
I should have been captain that year. Not I don't.
Well, that, and then the girl too. Like, you don't know me. I was in your class, but my name's Jess, and you definitely should have also been captain of the hockey team. Like, what a weird thing, A, to hang on to, but B, like, it's just
And
so.
word did it. It stroked his fucking ego real good.
It's so inorganic that it like just didn't feel right at all. It was really awkward.
She could have just been like, "Hey, I went to school with you. You probably don't recognize me. I'm really pretty, and I think you're pretty, and
Yeah.
maybe we touch faces." And he'd have been like, "Yeah, that was,
To touch base
I
on,
hate, I hate to break it to you, but like most guys, I won't say every guy, most guys, you're not gonna. It's not gonna take a lot of effort."
To just kind of like really hone in on how shitty his ex was. The first thing she did was immediately comment on like, oh, he has impotency and he's got a little penis. Like, immediately out the gate.
Quite the swing, yeah.
Like,
I mean,
oh,
I guess he
okay.
attacked her with a goat, but
Yeah, but they
like,
also had been already attacking each other in that way.
yeah.
The pranks had already been happening, but like, I don't know, it was just like so fucking left field to be like, oh yeah, he's impotent and he has a small penis, so.
And then fucking Brady co-signing. I was like, yo, fuck this guy. I'll fuck this guy up.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I wrote many times how horrible this family is to him and how it's just insane how much they shit on this guy. And you know what? I get it. I would never go back to Minnesota either.
I like when they first see the ex and she's like, well, remember, well, she helped me move. You didn't help me move. And he was like, I offered to pay for movers. I wish someone would be like, I'll pay for movers. Are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
You're the best brother ever. If
Yep.
you pay for my movers. You
Yep.
kidding me? I'm sorry that I didn't take my old slow ass over there and drag one box at a time up 3 flights of stairs for 6 hours. But I did pay for 3 well-equipped men to come in and take care of the shit for you.
Yep.
Are you kidding me with that? Oh man. They were just gaslighting him so bad and I couldn't stand it.
It was rough, man. One of the pranks that went wrong was she used THC butter to make cookies. And everybody at the table got high except for him and the other girl that has showed up. And that was a very rough scene to watch.
Everybody was cool with it. Mom was down with the sticky icky.
That was definitely a scene in which I believe the actress who played the mother wrote it. Like, this is what would happen if we were all high right now. It's super funny.
I was saying sticky icky really bothered me.
She's down with the sticky icky, bro.
It was my note that I left.
She's down with the sticky icky.
The sister breaks up or had broken up or got left by her girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And was like, you never even asked me about her or how things are going. It's so embarrassing that, my life turned out like yours. I'm like, what the fuck? All right.
Right.
Let's take that extra fucking side blow at me.
Love it.
My ex is here.
You guys are all best friends over there.
Yeah. Man. And then I wake up at like, we're gonna say 4 or 5 in the morning to go fishing. And you invited my ex to go. Like, so I have to be up at 5 in the morning and with her when this is already weird. Like, that's what the dad did. I couldn't remember. Like, what is everyone's problem? Okay, she was gonna be alone. You didn't think I was coming. Fair enough, right? You were gonna keep it from me, and that's real fucked up. Some probably should have been like, "Hey, is it cool?" But okay, let's get past that. That's already happened. But now we're all at this house, and we're gonna have our guy hang out fishing
Mm-hmm.
thing, and then you invited her
Father, sons, right?
for whatever reason. Yeah,
Yep. Would she have been
just
in? Had they still been together, would she had been invited?
probably not.
Right. So why is she
And in
invited
fact, she
now?
was miserable. She was miserable
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Yeah.
It just was a lot. At one point, one of my favorite scenes in the entire thing is actually something we talked about just before recording, but we're gonna bring it up right now anyway. The girl that was trying to sleep with Robbie's character
Mhm.
they were at a club and they tried to introduce, or she tried to introduce her other partner, which was another guy. And I love that for a brief moment, he looks at both of them and he goes, okay, 1 second. And he just chugs his beer. He looks at them both again and goes, all right, no, I can't do it. Like, I like that he took a moment to be like, maybe I just need some more beer.
She is really pretty. Chug, 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 chug. No.
Nope,
And then
nope, not for me.
you guys have a lovely night. You look great. I like
What a great way to like take that on the chin and just be like, no, have a good one. You guys have fun.
I like that they're talking and she's like, "Do you want some gum?" And they kiss and swap, which okay. I guess that was sexy to me at one point in my life, not necessarily right now, but I get you. Um, and then she's like, "I'm just trying to see if you're a little fruity." And when she said that, I was like, hmm. like, oh, like gum flavors.
Right, right.
And he was like, "Oh, maybe I am. I don't know." And I was like, "Because times have changed." But anytime anybody ever said that, it typically meant one thing,
Yeah.
and that's how she meant it. Apparently, she didn't get the memo that we don't rarely say
She
things.
did want to go that way.
Yeah. Um. So then we get to the point where it's Christmas Day, and we're opening gifts, and then Brady fucking shows up again. Which fucking Brady? What a
Fucking
bitch name.
Brady.
Um. Brings his lost suitcases, and Robbie got everybody neck pillows because it was last minute. And even though me and you had just slept together and kind of had a nice time, you're like still giving me shit in front of my
He's still
family.
shitting on me, yeah.
Thanks on that. And then they go play hockey and they bring Brady with them, which Brady, go to your own family, get out of here.
No, he was done and
But
he was gonna have the best time of his life.
but my question to you, which I'm leading to, which is, if Brady wasn't there, who was playing hockey? Because it's the
It would have been the
parents,
ex then.
Robbie, and
Oh, the other
Brady.
brother. The other brother.
I don't know. He didn't look like a hockey player.
Asian brother would have played. He didn't have to be a hockey player. It was just for funsies. Had Brady not been there, they wouldn't have been competitive.
The other ones were athletes.
It wouldn't
I
have been
don't know.
competitive.
Mom was busting people against the glass. I think she would have done that to family.
I think it was only because Robbie was pushing her to be more aggressive. But I felt like enough had happened in this movie that we didn't need to have the dad have a fucking heart attack.
No. He's almost died. That's how
I
I know
guess.
how important life is.
I feel like he was already on the way to that lesson. We didn't need the heart attack. He went down, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, that's it. That's game over.
Well, yeah. Why are we pushing so hard this old man? I did like it when him and his mom huddled, and he was like, "All right, I'm just gonna score. Get it to me." She's like, "Okay." She's like, "You hungry?" He's like, "No, I'm good." She's like, "I'll make you a stack when he gets home." And it's like, I really need you to focus on this game. I'm really trying to win. So if you could just tighten up real quick, that'd be great.
At one point in time, Brady hooked him. Like there was some penalties happening. It wasn't good.
Yeah.
It was bad. But the dad went down. I was telling Katie, I was like, the real sucky thing is, and this is important for anybody out there if you don't know this already. If you don't resuscitate someone while doing CPR, you are to continue doing it until the ambulance gets there. And it is absolutely mortifying. Like that's not a fun thing to deal with.
When that happened, so Dad goes down. Robbie's giving him CPR, and it's just hanging on to his life. And all I thought was, guess you're glad I showed up now. Because she would have fucking done that shit. Dad'd be dead if it wasn't.
Yeah, she was just calling. Everybody was just calling for him. Nobody did anything. They all just kept calling for him to come over. Graham.
Yeah. Oh, Graham's here to save the day.
You know, computer whiz Graham.
Your life is literally in my hands. Maybe I missed one of the Christmas part. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I thought I'd been really manipulative if she would have saved him. Because then how do I not fucking go back with the girl who saved my dad's life?
Fair. She
She
did save the toilet though.
Fire, but like the movie did.
She saved the toilet. The same thing, basically.
But she ruined the toilet.
Fair. I don't think he ever knew that she ruined the toilet. She did that pretty sneakily. She did that pretty solid.
Yeah, a little shitty move. No pun intended there.
We end the movie, and I was like, Katie, it's been 20 to 30 years since I've seen a good rom-com airport scene, and I'm so excited because I think that's what's about to come. And then they're all running to the airport. I'm like, oh my God, thank goodness. This is going to be such a solid scene. And then I looked at Katie, and I said, unless she's just on the other side of the door, because that's another trope we could be doing. I said, but if she was to be on the other side, that would make no sense. She'd have to have been out there for an hour. They played board games. They walked around the house. Like, they did a bunch of stuff. So she would have been just standing outside the door for an hour.
And she got a loop and came back. But yeah, I get you.
In an Uber? I guess.
They're going to go where I pay them to.
I guess. You'd have to stop and then assign the Uber to get them to take you back. But that's a lot of trouble. And I'm like, Katie, if she's just standing out there, that's like an hour of just standing outside the front door hoping somebody opens the door. And sure enough, he opens the fucking door and she's just standing there.
I did laugh a little bit too when he was like trying to hurry everybody. And he's like, get your shoes on. Come on. Like, why are we all piling up in this small car? If we stop her at the airport, where's she going to sit? Why are we in this car?
Right. Yeah, no kidding. And then she's talking to him, and or he's talking to her. He's like, "No, let me finish." And I loved this, and I needed her to stick with it because he says this whole heartfelt thing about how much she loved him and stuff. And like, I almost wanted that to be the actual thing, like that she genuinely left her phone, because she goes, "Oh, I just came back because I left my phone," and just sits there deadpanned. And I'm like, oh my God, I need her to go inside, get the phone, and go to the cab. I part of me just needed that because she's just that person. Tough for me to be like, oh yeah, redeemed. She's been shitty this whole time, but yeah, redeemed.
I mean, they slept together.
Oh yeah, we find out the reason she left him is because he didn't get a food truck for her.
Well, yeah, that was kind of the straw, but I do appreciate them at least going, hey, we're both at fault for what happened here. What they say is he was working hard thinking that he was going to provide for her and giving her what she needed, and all she wanted was to spend more time together.
Right.
So they're both trying to do right by each other, and, well, I don't really know what she was trying to do right by him, but they both were like,
communication.
They're still on the same page, but they were just on different chapters, we'll say.
Yeah. All right. She wasn't that bad, I guess, but still bad because she definitely gaslit him the whole.
Oh, I mean, no. It's still pretty bad because you left me without giving me a reason or saying anything. So had you said that to me, we probably could have squashed this and then been together for Christmas, but whatever.
Yeah, 100%.
Whatever.
So we flash forward. They're together again. Flash forward a year. Everybody comes over to their house for Christmas. It's wonderful. We flash forward one more year. And
before we get there,
yeah.
The flash forward a year, and it's the girl that the sister was talking to at the bar.
That they all had introduced themselves to already and knew. Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, hey, well, welcome to the family. And immediately I thought, if we quit saying that, we probably wouldn't have exes at Christmas. if you stop pulling people in so soon. They're just dating. Maybe don't say welcome to family because now we're family and we can't get rid of you. And then you show up at my house
I
on
was
Christmas.
annoyed because she said, "Oh, it's so good to finally meet you. I've heard so much about you." And then it was like, "You've already met.
Right.
You all met her. I understand it was for a small amount of time, but you already met her at the bar."
Well, yeah, I guess she didn't really because the girl had already ran off when the brother got there, but she did come back and give the number and then run off again.
Yeah, and they all talked about how
But
cute she was. But yeah,
yeah. Maybe it was just one of those embarrassing things where you actually had met somebody and just forgot them they existed.
fair enough.
And you're like, that's like if I saw your dad, I'm like, hey, my name's Steve. It's good to meet you. And you'd be like, yeah, we've actually met a couple times. I'm like, oh shit, my bad. Moving on.
Oh
But
yeah,
yes, the best ending of Christmas movie.
the best ending ever. We fast forward to another year, so now it's 2 years since the Xmas situation, and the doorbell rings, and the his sister answers the door, and it's her ex.
Heather? The Heather?
And Graham goes, "Oh yeah, like we DM each other all the
I
time,
DM
and like we just play app games and stuff like Wordle." And that was the excuse she had given him as to why her and his ex were friends, and it just was a wonderful. Thank God, Graham finally got. Yep, Graham got the middle finger to everyone. Oh, it was so good.
I'll tell Jennifer, I would have stopped there. Fucking, remember, Mom, when you and Dad split and you were seeing that guy for a little bit. Here he's at Christmas. He was gonna be alone.
I didn't want anybody to be alone. Just gotta make sure we take care of everyone.
I didn't want to be alone. I bought him a flight here. I hope that's okay. Remember, Dad, when
Remember that real busty secretary you had, Dad? Yeah, I invited her too. Yeah,
it's a Xmas. Xmas. Everybody.
Cleveland Micro is petty as fuck. That's what we're trying to say here, guys. Don't fucking.
Well, you're not gonna give me arguably because we didn't make up until like middle of Christmas. Like my dad had already tried to die and shit. It was after Christmas. So you're not gonna give me the worst Christmas ever and think that I'm just gonna let that go. Oh, I'll see you. I'll see you again.
Everybody's gonna get theirs, don't you worry. I like he was like he goes, I got grounded for a month because you guys found me rolling a joint, but here Mom's down with the sticky icky now.
It probably was illegal then, but yeah, I get you.
You guys have already seen this movie and you enjoyed it. Let us know what your favorite part was. If you haven't seen this movie yet and you're looking for a Christmas movie, I guess it's not the worst.
It's fine. It's fine.
I would give it like 2 to 2.5 cookies out of 5. Yeah,
2.5 seems fair.
For a Christmas movie. 2.5 feels good.
I laughed. There were some parts I laughed at. So I'm not gonna tear it down too much.
No.
A lot of dumb, but you gotta keep the story going, right? Fuck that music though. Fuck all that music.
I enjoyed
fucking terrible. I hate it so much.
I enjoyed the baby Jesus duck. I don't know why I really liked the duck.
And the T-Rex duck, and
yeah.
I'm glad we solved that with a fucking dog. The dog. That was it. We didn't even need to do that. Why did we do that?
Made no sense.
And then like the first day they were together, they went to the store and they're laughing and giggling. No, you burned me. I'm not just gonna giggle about baby T-Rex Jesus.
Sure, man. It's easy to slip back into the good old days.
Not the first hour.
Let us know what you guys thought down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I did. You guys are looking for more content. We've got a ton on YouTube. Constantly coming out with new stuff. We're on Twitch as well. You can find us on all our social medias at Friendship Supreme. If there's anything you want to hear us talk about, let us know. Maybe after Christmas we'll talk about it. Until then this is it, guys. We're here in Holiday Town.
Woo woo. Woo woo. That's the train.
Yeah, that's so much fun. I've been Michael.
This is Cleve.